showtime. Woo, woo. Woo, 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 woo.
No, none of that. None of that today. None of that today. Bills lose 33-30 in overtime. Should have never been in overtime, Mikey. This game should have never been close at one point.
Mm-hmm.
The Buffalo Bills once again come out in the second half and pretty much only get 3 points again. I mean, they got 6 because they had the last drive, but really, ultimately, another shit show in the second half performance by this offense. Once again, it's so frustrating, bro. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I told you why I was frustrated when we went on Friday, and it continues to be a problem. The offensive line continues to be a problem. Josh Allen's decision-making, all of a sudden, he's making some bad choices in the red zone. Turning the ball over, you cannot turn the ball over in the red zone. It's bad enough to turn the ball over in general, but in the red zone, giving away points is terrible. The defense is not making big plays when needed. Right? Long third downs, we're giving up plays. Fourth down, we're giving up plays. First half, once again, looked okay. Right? I thought, it wasn't perfect, but it was good. And second half, shit show. Another shit show. Went away from the running game once again, totally in the second half, just abandoned it. And yeah, man, I don't know Mikey, I'm lost, man. Here's
the thing. It's not even just the players. The Bills players are not executing. It's funneling into the coaching staff. We're up 10 on fourth down and goal. You take the 3 points. McDermott gets aggressive and goes for it. Josh Allen gets flushed. Okay, if you were going to go for it, it's 3rd and 2. Run the fucking ball. You ran earlier and got 2 touchdowns.
I told you.
He throws and throws, and then all of a sudden Josh gets picked in the end zone. They bring it back out 30-something yards. We get a big goal line stop and a fucking bad exchange in the end zone.
Yeah, I know. And I told you, it's like it's the story of McDermott, too. He goes for fourth downs when they're not needed, and he doesn't go for them when they're needed. It's how it's been. Clock management's been bad. I like McDermott, man, but I told you last season, I was like, what if we,
it's getting to the
still
point,
continues.
It's getting to the point where you can't say, okay, well, he's getting better. No, he's costing us games now.
Yeah, 100%.
And listen, I know you love Dorsey. I know he's the you guy.
But he's making.
He's not making the adjustments in the second half at all.
No,
going away from the run game.
And I thought having Brady and the other guy that came in would help him
Brady?
Yeah.
You
but it's not. It's once again, we're just, but I will say this. I agree with you on the Dorsey thing for the most part, but the players are also, they can't.
Oh, God, yeah.
Dorsey's not out there executing. Like that last drive was a very winnable. I thought for sure we're scoring. It was a good drive, man. Everything was in smooth. And then all of a sudden, Allen throws a ridiculous, dumb pass. You can't throw that pass, man. You can't do that there. It wasn't like a fourth down. We needed, like, you know what I mean? Like, if I get that. But, bro, what was that? Second down? I think it was. A second down pass. It was right there, bro. He threw it right at, like, I don't know what he's seeing lately.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what he was throwing to, because the only person that was close was Gabe Davis, and he was 3 or 4 yards short of
off.
That.
And it wasn't even a high pass. Like, it was just a right to. Yeah.
We know Singletary was open. They showed it multiple times.
He's wide open.
We're allergic to throwing it underneath, like all the way downfield. Checked it down. We get in the red zone. He tries to go for gusto.
Didn't even really have pressure on that play, by the way.
No,
just threw it. I don't get it. I don't understand what he's seeing lately. And I was so proud of him that drive, Mikey. I'm like, damn, that dude, man, he was just, making big runs, and then he just does that, man. You know what I mean? It just like totally took away from everything he just did. And let's go to the defense because we're already talking about the offense. I do want to talk about the defense today. Once again, I kind of feel like we're having a tough time getting to the quarterback, right?
Yep.
We should have got to Kirk Cousins a little bit more today. Our DBs did a pretty bad job. I got to be honest with you.
They were horrible today.
Pretty bad job. Our safeties. Let's talk about the safety thing.
Hamlin played well, but
Hamlin is but Cam Lewis back there. Why
struggled?
Why was not Marlowe in there? Didn't we just make a trade for a guy that has been in the system, a veteran player who knows?
He was starting on the Falcons.
Yeah, I don't get it.
He was off the practice squad.
I am so confused. And I will say, when Edmonds went out, that was a big that hurt us. That did hurt us. That long run that Cook made for the touchdown, outrageous. That catch, I will say, the catch that Jefferson made was just a phenomenal catch. The one where he ripped the ball,
but it was a bad play by.
Should have batted the ball away or something.
Yeah,
like, why are you trying to?
He tried to intercept it.
Just so much went wrong yet again for this team. It's like
everything that could have did.
Everything. It's like I'm telling you, it's just like last week. There is no difference. There is no difference than last week's game and this week. It's the same bullshit story. Coming out second half, we're up good, and we only scored 3 points for pretty much the whole second half. We finally got a field goal at the very last second. That's on coaches, like you said. That's on Dorsey not adjusting. Okay. And that's on McDermott too, though. McDermott's just as responsible. He's the head coach.
Same with Frazier.
Same with Frazier. Yeah, 100%, man. Like, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. And I told you yesterday, our 6-2 record could be very quickly turned into 6-3, 6-4, 6-5. And now
like this, it will.
I believe we're out of first place.
Yep,
because the Dolphins won today.
Yep.
And the Jets are also, I believe, in first place because they beat us. Or they're I think they are in first place. They're tied with the Dolphins or behind the Dolphins.
And they beat the Dolphins, so they would be in first place. The Jets would be.
Okay. Well, there we go. So, yeah, guys, how quickly have things changed for the Buffalo Bills in a matter of 3 weeks?
Tank for Bryce, that's never going to happen.
Oh, no, that's not going to. Listen, Josh is in a funk. I'm not going to lie. Throwing, he's in a funk. I don't know what he's seeing. I don't know where I don't get it, but he's definitely not right. I got to be honest with you. I don't know if it. Yeah, something is going on with Josh and his decision making, because this is not what we're used to the last 2 seasons, right? I don't.
He had 2 turnovers in the red zone in his previous 72 games. In the last 2, he has 4.
Yeah, it's outrageous, and that last play. Not the last play, but the play where we stopped Cousins from getting in. Like, that should have been game, Mikey. Like, what are we doing there? Like, why wouldn't the coaching staff call a timeout? I'm just saying. Just think about this, right? And go, what do you want to do here? Do you want to take a safety, punt it away, and we'll just take our defense? Like, why do that quarterback sneak right there so close? You're risking a lot. Anything can happen there, and it sure fucking did. It sure did. Because you're too close to make any slight mistake there, you're done. And that's what happened. Bad quarterbacks change.
I mean, I understand. It's hard to, quarterbacks sneak with Josh. Makes sense. However,
let's say
that we went back down and we scored, right? Okay, we went down and scored. I'm not gonna pound them for that.
Yeah.
We're driving in overtime, have a chance to score. Josh is running the ball. We throw that one to Knox. Where is the quarterback sweep that we've been running all multiple years? Mm-hmm. Where is the quick slants that were working earlier? The dump offs. Why all of a sudden we're taking shots from 20 yards out?
I don't know.
I mean, if you look at those play calls, yes, Singletary was open in the flat, but he was the only guy that was in the flat. Everyone else was in the end zone. Why the fuck are we calling 20-yard shot plays when all we need is a field goal to tie it?
Well, you're talking about overtime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but the field goal with 1 minute left, we probably
it was second down.
I don't know. I mean, I know, but I don't know if I'm going for the win there regardless. But I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I don't agree with I don't understand. Like, but that's also on Josh. Yeah, the play call was there, but he doesn't have to throw it. He could throw the ball away. It's still third down afterwards.
And I get that. We've already covered Josh is in a funk and making bad decisions. So how about as an offensive coordinator, you're seeing the same thing we're seeing.
Yeah.
You call different routes, smaller.
No, I get it.
Quick
I get it. I mean, I understand. I get that part, but you also, Josh is also capable of audibling if he doesn't like it, changing the play call, right? I'm just saying he's not a rookie anymore. If he doesn't like the call, play call, then change it. He has that. But I get what you're saying about Dorsey. I understand that, but Josh also Josh is on the field. He can see the defense and go, "Hey, I want to change this play." He has that ability. He didn't do that, and he still wound up going.
I'm just not giving Dorsey a.
No, he don't get a pass. They all get a. Nobody gets a pass here. Listen. I don't know if once again, I don't know if anyone really shined today. Once again, Diggs played well. I think Diggs played well.
He did drop a crucial third down though.
Yes, he did. But he played good. He was Matt Milano, I thought, played very good.
Singletary played great.
He did, except for the fumble. Yeah, except for the fumble, which was really close, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought McKenzie played okay at times. Once again, they only gave him the ball one time on a jet sweep, and he got positive yards.
I don't think he sucks.
They didn't do it again.
I don't think Allen sucks now.
No, you can't. Did you see his stats besides the interception? He had a good day. He had like almost 100-yard rushing, and I think he had over 300 yards passing. He had a good game.
And the
Vikes are good.
The Vikes are good.
Yeah, they're good. Hey, man, they have some playmakers there. They really do. Jefferson is a absolute dog, and Peterson made some. I think two interceptions today on Allen, a veteran in Peterson. So good for them picking him up because he came up clutch for them when needed.
Okay. Let's talk about this one. There wasn't a catch. Okay, it goes to second down. It was first down.
That happens all the time, bud.
Yes.
That can go either way.
That one catch doesn't make the difference.
Yeah, that has nothing to do. By the way, that's the way it goes. The team,
it happens all the time.
Happens all the time, buddy.
It's not like it was fourth down and they made that catch and that kept the drive alive.
And I wouldn't even be mad at. What are you mad about? You won. Like, what are you even in here for? Like, I get why you're in here, you're trolling, but it's all good. But that happens all the time, buddy. You can go to every single sporting event and there's always a missed call and every baseball, but basketball, football. So you can't really go back and be like, oh, like
that one play was the difference. Yeah, it wasn't.
Right.
Was it a catch? Absolutely not.
No, he dropped it.
Should have been reviewed? Absolutely. But I don't think Devin Singletary's was a fumble, so you can go back and look at it however you want.
Exactly. 100%.
And OG comes in and says, if I'm a Vikings fan, can I still be a fan of the Bills because of Diggs? Absolutely.
100%.
It's football. You can be a fan of anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt. Listen, man, I like Jefferson.
Like I don't dislike the Vikings. I love Cook. I love Jefferson. I love Hawkinson. I like what the Vikings are doing. The Vikings are in a different conference, so
Yeah, it's nothing to do with us. Yeah, exactly. They're an NFC team. They're not our rival. By the way, we had beaten you guys the last time we played, so it's not like we can't go into Vikings. I don't do that. Like, I don't like the reason why. Like, that has nothing to do with it. You guys were the better team today. We made some mistakes, and by the way, once again, we're not on here making excuses. We're on here saying why. The Buffalo Bills lost today. And now those aren't excuses. These are just reality. These are facts. And the fact is, at the end of the day, the Vikings won 33-30 in overtime, and they outplayed the Buffalo Bills in the second half. They 100% outplayed us on every single factor of football, on offense, defense, and special teams, and coaching. So no excuse. That's just what happens, and it's the story of the Buffalo Bills. I hate to say it, but it's dating. Like, I cannot keep saying
every time we get close, something goes wrong.
Yeah, something goes wrong, and that's yeah. And it seems like it's like that every time. We just can't catch a break. Life as a Bills fan, 100%. And not only that, on top of it, we got injuries that just keep on piling up. And we just can't get we get one guy back, we lose two. We get 2 back, we lose 3. It's just like it's never ending this season. Josh now isn't looking right.
Where the fuck is Trey White?
Trey White, yeah, he's not back yet. It's a slow. There's a lot of things that I am not happy with. I will say this though: the offensive line didn't play as bad as they did last week.
No, they actually played really well.
Yeah, I thought they did okay. I thought they played average. I don't know if they played great, but they held their own.
They played about as good as they played it. This year.
I thought their pass blocking was much improved from last week.
Their run blocking was way better.
And their run blocking was a little better than it was last week. I don't know it was great, but I thought they were average at run blocking, and I thought their pass blocking was pretty good today. Like Josh Allen wasn't too much under pressure, right? And that's why like the turnovers were like concerning.
Yeah. And you know what? This goes back to even before we lost Poyer and Hyde. We've had a problem stopping people on 3rd and long.
Always, because that fucking cushion defense that Frazier brings out there, and McDermott. You got to blame McDermott. Yep. McDermott's a defensive coach. He is a defensive coach. He can change that anytime he wants. He has the ability to step in and say, "Hey, let's change that to let's bring some heat," or whatever the hell he wants to change to. He doesn't. He goes with he likes it. I think that's his step. That's McDermott's style. He's scared of giving up this big bomb play, and it hurts us every single time. Dorsey, especially in the second half. Yeah. He's not adjusting correctly.
The Vikings are doing well. Like, listen, the Vikings are 8-1 for a reason.
Fuck yeah. No, that's a grimy team. Yeah,
they're very team. And they are all learning new offensive defensive system, and they'll get better. At the
100%.
End of the day,
yeah. You still got a good.
The Bills shot themselves in the foot because at the end of the day, the Vikings are still learning. So you expect some of those things where they shoot themselves in the foot because it's a new scheme. They're 9 games in.
Right.
Yeah. Young coach. You expect that. McDermott's been here and got an extension. The shit that's happening with Buffalo is self-inflicted. A lot of it.
Frazier's been around for a minute. You know what I mean? Like there's no more can't keep giving excuses. Like Dorsey I might give a little tiny pass to because it is technically his first year calling plays. So you kind of gotta give him a little bit of a break there. However, McDermott and Frazier has been in this here. They've been here a while. And there's no more excuses. You can't keep doing the same shit. Yeah.
This is for you.
Tommy, I'm just joining the stream. Why can the Bills not close games? Is that quarterback play calling, lack of run commitment? Corey, hey, what's up, man? Why?
Yes,
dude. Honestly, it's probably all. It's probably everything you just mentioned.
Also,
honestly.
Coaching.
It's everything there. Yeah, plus coaching. Yeah. Now the quarterback play, I will say, the last 3 games. But not in a whole, meaning you can't blame Josh Allen for like other games like before these last 2 or 3 that he's not played too well or made crucial mistakes. I think it's more the defense not coming up with big stops when needed, and the second half adjustments aren't being made by either coordinator now. See, the thing was too, Frazier was actually pretty good at second half adjustments. And lately, I kind of feel like they're both doing this. They're both failing at second half adjustments. Teams are making comebacks against us. The run defense is bad.
Part of that is the Bills' offense is leaving the defense on the field too long in the second
on the
half.
field too long. Yeah, 100%. Or the defense will have a turnover or a big stop, and the offense will turn the ball over, and they're right back on the field. Can't have that happen. So I kind of agree with you with that as well. But it's just I think it's a little bit of everything combined. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a little bit of everything. I think we're failing at every position and including coaches.
Absolutely.
In these last 3 weeks. So this is the same guys. I swear to God, go back and watch any of our podcasts from last season after the bye week. I swear to you, these are how the podcast went after each game after the bye week. We were the same. These are the same conversations we were having. The Dolphins game, we weren't happy. The Green Bay game, even though we won, we weren't happy, right? Same shit. Then we lose to the Jaguars, just like the Jets. And then we lose to the Patriots at home, just like we just lost now, right? It's like, now watch. I'll promise you, we get out of this funk. We wind up finding our way, maybe. I'm hoping,
maybe.
like we did last season. But I will say this,
But
though.
we didn't have the injuries that we have now.
I was just about to say that. The difference between last season and this season is injuries. We were a healthy team last season. We were able to, we didn't have that, part lingering on us. Now, Jordan Poyer, man, I don't know if he's coming back anytime soon with that elbow. I mean, I'm just saying, at least not for a couple more weeks.
The safety position is
that's hurting
concerning.
Us big time. Really big time.
It's that
the
opposite
corners
one of Hamlin, because Hamlin's played well.
He has. I like Hamlin, but he's still young, still making mistakes.
Hanford
but he has played well.
Jackson struggled. At what point do we get Trey White back? Everyone talks about, we're getting this All-Pro back.
I have no idea. Maybe against Cleveland next week. I don't know.
I won't believe it until I see him on the field.
Yeah, I know. We have to win next weekend, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't win next weekend versus the Browns at home, I will almost be willing to tell you we probably won't make the playoffs, because that's a bad team. No excuse after that.
Well,
no more. Like
we have a rough division. Like, we're in third place in the division.
That's right. Third, and you got two teams that are playing at pretty
we went from
good.
First in the conference to third in the division.
Right, and by the way, the Patriots are right there too, because the Patriots have been winning. So unacceptable. Everybody needs to look in the mirror. Players, coaches, things got to change, man.
It won't, though. It's not going to.
Getting to the quarterback, like
they are who they are.
Can't get to the quarterback. Like, we were supposed to, we're bringing Von Miller in to get to, we barely get to the quarterback.
And they did. Like, throughout the game, they were getting there and making plays, and then it gets a third and fourth down, and
third and long, fourth down. I want to know how many
can't fucking cover.
How many fourth downs do they have? Do you know? Do you have that stat pulled up?
Yeah, let me see.
That they were. I know we stopped them on one, but man, they were
3 for 5 on fourth down. They were 7 of 17 on third down.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
We were 7 for 13 on third down and 0 for 1 on fourth down.
But a lot of those third and fourth downs were huge, like 4th and 10, 3rd and 13. They're like that. They were killing us on long passes, chunk yards.
Yeah.
Unacceptable, man. Unacceptable. But everybody needs to look in the mirror, man. It's not over. Season's not over. But this definitely reminds me of last season.
I mean, we had
all over again.
We had 4 sacks on the game.
We did, yeah. But Cousins isn't a mobile guy.
What did we have? We had 4 sacks and 7 QB hits.
I still think we should get to. I still think we, Now, mind you, no Gregory Rousseau. I think Ed Oliver played pretty good today, by the way. I thought Ed Oliver made some good plays.
We had 4 turnovers there, too, so we lost the turnover batter.
Yep. Just unacceptable, man. Just bad play. But let's just hope, Mikey, for us, we start getting these guys healthy again, and we get it right, man, because we have to. Because what's the schedule? What's the remaining schedule look like, mine? We got Browns next week.
I think we go Browns, Lions.
That's right. Browns at home. We're on the road Thanksgiving against the Lions, and then who do we play?
Yep. So we go Browns, Lions, or at home against the Browns, at the Lions, at the Patriots, at home against the Jets, at home against Miami, on the road against Chicago, on the road against Cincinnati, at home to close it out.
Okay. So those 3 games after that, that's it right there.
3 straight divisional games.
Those games are marked that down.
On the road. Yeah.
I know the Buffalo Bills. I know the players say we don't look at the schedule. You better start looking at the schedule, because now it fucking makes a difference. You better start preparing, because I don't know what's going on, but you have to win those games. You lose those games, we are not getting the playoffs. I promise you. I promise you. We lose next weekend, it's going to be tough sledding to get into. I'm telling you guys right now, we need to get it right and get it right fast.
We're 2 and 3 in 1-score games this year.
Yeah, it's not. It's just Mikey, I don't know what to
Now
tell
that
you,
tells
man.
well, there's nothing else to say at this point. This is the same shit we've been talking about. We talked about it last year. It's becoming harder and harder and harder to come up with content and not just repeat ourselves. It's the same bullshit. Forget the 1 seed. I'd like to see if we can win the fucking division.
Let's see if we get in the playoffs at this point. And the way we're playing right now, this is not a playoff team. This is a team that I would not trust if the playoffs started today, even if we were in, because we can't adjust during games, second halves, and you lose. This is how you lose playoff games, just like this. Unacceptable, man. So, I don't know. Honestly, Mikey, I'm a little lost for words because I really don't know what the fix is, because it just seems like there's a lot of problems in every single part of the Buffalo Bills right now. Coaching, offense, defense, special teams. Like I think everything right now is a problem. And last season we weren't really saying that. There was like hey, we need to fix this, and oh, hey, congratulations, brother.
Yep. Good game.
Yep, good. Very good game. You
good
guys
win.
Yeah, good win. You guys came back. And you know what it is too? You're coaching.
They fight.
You guys adjusted, and you adjusted in the second half. You definitely punched us in the mouth, and we had no response. We had zero response in the second half. And you guys were just a better team.
And Corey's right. It's not like we lost to the Texans. However, if you want to be the Super Bowl contender that everyone's hyped you up to be, you have to win games like this.
100%. Not only that, Corey, it's not about who we just lost to, right? So
it's about
I go back
the first.
I go about how we play. It's about how we play. Like if you watched our stream when we went against Green Bay, we won, but me and Mikey were on here almost the same mood as we are now after a win, because you kind of saw the writing on the wall at that game in the second half. And we were like disappointed because we know we could play better. And then you go and play the Jets and you do the same shit. And now we go and play Minnesota and we do the same shit. So it's not really about who we lost against. It's more about how we're playing. And that's why we're on here disappointed.
Like if we don't blow them out in the first half,
we don't stand a chance. 100%. Same with Green Bay, though. If the Packers were any better, we might have lost against the Packers.
We haven't won a fucking coin toss at all this year. We've lost every coin toss.
It seems like we never win a coin toss ever. But even if we did, do we still? Would it make a difference?
Like I didn't understand that. Go for it on fourth down. You take the points and go up 13.
100%.
Going for it down there. That made zero sense to me. I'm not understanding what McDermott's doing. And if you know you're going to go for it, then the play calls were just horribly bad. You don't go back-to-back passes there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, Corey. Yes, this is exactly. Me and Tommy talked about this last week. It reminds me of the Marvin Lewis Cincinnati team.
Yeah, good team. Get you to the playoffs.
Yeah,
but can't do anything past that point.
Yeah,
can never put you past the next level. Yep. It's just good enough to get you a playoff, like Rick Carlisle, the late Rick Carlisle, NBA guy. Very good, great record. But he can never get you over that hump once you're in the playoffs, right? Like he always did something that just failed, right? And that seems like right now, that's the story of McDermott. And I did talk to Mikey last season. I said if he had another not shitty year, but another same kind of year where McDermott's making these things, are people talking about letting McDermott go and getting a new coach? When will that time be? And I'm not saying that now, guys. I'm just saying let's see how the season goes. But I promise you, there will be some type of talk, because even the players at some point will have to look at themselves and say, man, we have a good team. What's going on here? And sometimes it is the leadership of the coach. Sometimes a new coach coming in can change things and get you over that hump. I don't know, but we'll see. It's getting to the point where it's like, man, McDermott, you've been here a minute, and we are still doing the same mistakes. And we're still failing in the playoffs. And we still have lost to the Chiefs now twice in a row. Like, dude, like the same bullshit plays over and over.
And we keep abandoning the run in the second half, and I don't get it.
I don't get it either. When the defense is softened up, you see when Allen runs, like the defense, like they're tired. That's a perfect time to start running a little bit more. The mid-third quarter, right?
And when I say run, I don't mean do that delay fucking up the gut.
Oh, up the gut. By the way, that never works. Never works. I don't care who you. First of all, if we're gonna do it, okay, you better have a decent O line, and you got to have at least a power back. Singletary's not a power back.
You're probably right, Corey.
What do you say? They're trying to try it. Oh, of course. Listen, there's a lot of terrible head coaches, and I'm not saying McDermott's a bad head coach, and I'm not saying fire him. I'm saying, though, if the Buffalo Bills continue to do what they do after the season, you have to eventually, as a GM or owner, say, man, like, do we give this guy, do we do it again? Do we do it again? Because I know we hear the term that say, is it Super Bowl or bust? Super Bowl or bust? No, it's not. This is long term. And I agree with that. And I like what Bean's doing. But we can't keep saying in that mindset, like, okay, we don't win the Super Bowl this year. And then next season we say the same thing. Well, it's not Super Bowl or bust. Because if we don't win it this year, that's okay. Then we just fall into that habit of saying, well, it's not Super Bowl or bust this year. It's not like, dude, it should be a Super Bowl. Like, this team's built.
Every year should be Super Bowl bust.
Yes,
this is the best team that we've had.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't keep just saying the next season. Like, bro, like McDermott's been here a minute. You got it, bro. You have to get us to a Super Bowl now. We have a very good team.
Allen just can't make that throw at the end.
No, that was a terrible throw. That was terrible. That is on him. 1,000%.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The play call was shit because you have a bunch of guys running 20-yard end zone.
Still throw it away.
Still, you can't fucking make that throw.
Wasn't even under pressure. He threw the bad pass. By the way, Peterson was like looking at. That's 2 picks by Peterson today on Allen. Threw it right at him. Right at him. I mean, he couldn't have handled him a ball better.
Last week to Sauce. Threw it right to him.
Twice to a Jets receiver. And I know he kind of got. He got, he thought the edge was going to follow him. He didn't see the guy behind him, the safety. But either way, it's still your responsibility.
Yeah, Corey agrees with you. Losers are okay with not winning the Super Bowl. Listen, exactly. You play every season to win the Super Bowl. That's what you play for.
Right. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be that fan. It's like, like it's okay.
God. Stop it, Mike. Stop it.
None. Come on now.
No.
You should know better, Mike. That's not happening. Tua has no in comparison to Allen. Everybody like that's a ridiculous statement to make. Though we could still say Allen, you will agree and say Allen made some bonehead decisions today, and actually bonehead decisions the last 3 weeks. But that doesn't mean he's anywhere near like, a terrible quarterback. We should trade him. No, that's not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Good. Listen, the Vikings did what that's what a good team does, Mikey. I'm going to tell you right now. Like, that's how a team comes back and wins. Coaching, execution, the players doing, their job. We did the total opposite. So, yeah, Josh Allen's a fucking...
Corey's not even a Bills fan.
Right.
Corey's a Bengals fan. And he's, like, okay, calm down, guys. The world's
Josh is an absolute dog.
Thank you. Corey coming in to be the calming voice of reason.
Because I'll tell you this. Let's say hypothetically, and by the way, Josh Allen's won us plenty of games, but let's say he goes in, we score a touchdown, we win that game. You're not coming with that comment. So you cannot say that because Josh Allen, look at his stats, look what he did. He's a tough son of a bitch. He is a very good quarterback. He's just had some bad.
Anybody to anybody, anyways, Jonathan.
You can't.
And you can't compare the two completely different players on two different players, completely different type of
systems.
Systems.
Yep.
Like Josh Allen doesn't have an offensive guru as a head coach who designs plays.
He's a defensive coach. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He's a defensive coach who
completely different setup. You should never compare him. Listen, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now.
Oh yeah.
Playing for one of the greatest coaches ever.
And he has,
You
and he
know,
has
and he
the
had,
best tight end in the
and
league,
yeah,
and he has a decent offensive line.
the line.
He has a
And
lot going for him.
but no, don't get me wrong. He makes the engine run, and he's fantastic.
Sure,
I'm not taking nothing
sure.
away from him. It's just you can't compare the two. They're different.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you there, Mikey. 100%. And you're talking about a coach, by the way, who was also, before he won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs, everybody was dogging on for not winning a Super Bowl. Okay, so I'm just pointing that out. He's been around for a long ass time. He has a lot of experience. And they built that team right. I got to admit, they built that team right.
It's a tie.
in
It's
Kansas
a tie,
City.
Thomas. If he throws that ball away and we just take the 3, it's a tie.
Right, it's 33-33. And you got a minute left. So not necessarily because the Bills
they could go down and
Minnesota.
Still,
there was a minute.
Even that play. That play was second down. You throw that away.
That's what I'm saying.
Third down.
It wasn't necessary to throw the ball there. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, it was maybe not the greatest play call,
first one,
but it wasn't a third down.
Okay,
yeah.
It's fourth down. I understand that. This one was just a bad decision.
Yeah, bad decision, bro. And it wasn't even under pressure or the ball got tipped. He threw that ball low, right in the middle. Like, I don't get where he was seeing. I would honestly would have liked him to roll out there or take the slant path. Those slants were open all day, by the way. When Dawson Knox will go out, they were giving that up all day. That cushion, they were playing cushion defense on Diggs. They should have went to Diggs there when they had the rookie on him. Like, I felt like they should have gone to Diggs a lot more in that second half, Mikey. When what's his name came in, Booth. I felt like they didn't. I felt like they didn't attack Booth more in that second half. They should have really went after him more. Booth was giving him a ton of cushion. So yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say Jefferson's the best wide receiver in the game. Jefferson.
Oh, he's up there. He's top 5.
He's one of the best. I think it's a week to week thing because they're all like him and Diggs and Hill and Devontae and D-Hop. All those guys are amazing. To say one's better than the other.
The Bengals, the Chase,
Jamar Chase,
when healthy,
is up there.
Right.
It's hard to say one's better than the other. Listen, he is one of those elite tier 1 wide receivers.
Yeah, 100%. I would love him on the team.
To try to pick one of them. Listen, he's the youngest of all those tier 1 wide receivers, other than Chase. Chase.
Yep.
But I would, it's hard. It's tier 1, and then the rest of the people. You have to pick what you're looking for to say who's the actual best.
What's the stat breakdown, Mikey, on the offense? I'm just curious on the offense on Allen. The passing stat, running stat, and receiving stat. I'm just curious on what Singletary averaged as well, because 3.5.
Yeah,
well,
let me go to the game real quick.
That's not very good either. It's not impressive.
Stats. He had 13 carries for 47 yards, 3.6, 2 touchdowns, long of 21. So outside of his 21, he had 12 carries for 26 yards. That's not real good.
Yeah, that's not very good. Not very good.
Cook had 5 for 22. McKenzie had 1 for 18. Josh had 6 for 84.
Yeah.
Cook had
what's Allen's
14 for 119, but 81 came on 1 run.
Yeah, I know. What's Allen's stats throwing the ball? I know he had a little over 300.
29 for 43 for 330, 1 touchdown, 2 picks.
Yep, the 2 picks. That's it. And in the red zone, guys, both of them, I believe.
Yep, both were in the red zone. Both were in the end zone.
Unacceptable, man.
They were in the end zone.
Yeah, unacceptable. Well, guys, we're not going to be on here long because we have another show to do tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and we will break this down a little bit more tonight. Tonight, we just want to come on because we always
I'm with you, the D. That was not a catch by Gabe. It was a good job to get up to the line and get the snap off. The ref once again blew another one.
Yeah, it happens. But listen, it happens all the time. There's also pass interference calls that aren't called. There's holding calls. There's calls that are holding that aren't holding.
Let them play. Listen, they let them play for the most part.
Yeah, like Singletary's, I don't think he fumbled. You know what I mean? I'm just now, but I also will say, it's a bang bang play. I wasn't yelling about it either. Like I kind of got it. But either way, guys, we will be on tomorrow at 9. We'll break this game down a little bit more. He is a beast.
Thanks for joining us, Corey. Appreciate it.
Yep. Appreciate you guys. So anyways, guys, me and Mikey are out. We're going to go just,
Drink something.
Be upset a little bit more. And Buffalo Bills are now 6-3.
Let this ruin my day.
Yeah, totally ruined my day, man. This is tough. It's going to be a long week till we play again, guys. So anyways, for me and Mikey, we're out of here. Bills Mafia #1. Go Bills. Peace out. We're out of here.
And look at him go! He could go all the way! Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout. Throw your hands up and shout. Throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it